What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hustle, and yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on, and hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. I'm talking this one right here, King Hustle X1M, no rags, just riches, King Hustle Crazy Reactions, The Hustle Family, Turn Motivation into Means, Dog Pound Exotic Pups, Goosebumps Horror Stories, Sleeping with the Rain, Milwaukee Made King Hustle 2.0, and King Hustle Live. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways on those channels. So make sure you guys are tapping in all the YouTube channels and the Twitch, because I know y'all don't want to miss out on nothing for free, all right? Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you got to do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up, all right? Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or a video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for, right? And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. What it do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members, and we are back at it again with the gems. I'm back at it again with the sauce. You already know I'm back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you tired of being a zero? You ready to be your family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos, when y'all see these notifications, it's going to be some information that's going to help you win. And we're going to switch it up today. We're going to be talking about how scammers are really getting rich off credit. How scammers are making $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a day just off credit. And a lot of people been asking me, like, they've been seeing a lot of people and a lot of different things that's pertaining to credit and how people getting these loans, credit cards, and lines of credit using synthetic identities and CPNs and this and that. So we're just gonna talk about how scammers are really making this money off credit, fraudsters, and how to be safe and how to be aware, and so you know it won't happen to you. So in this day and world, there is a lot of fraud, there is a lot of scamming going on. It's been going on forever, but it's just about what's out there in the public eye. A lot of people don't know behind every business that's going on out here, there's some type of janky business, some type of fraud or scamming going on. All the businesses, point blank period. Either somebody stealing some money, somebody doing something's happening. So people gotta understand, everybody is human. Humans rule the world, and humans can run businesses. So when opportunity presents itself, a lot of people take that opportunity, especially if it pertains to getting some quick, fast, easy money. And with fraud or scamming, it's a quick, fast, easy way for people to get money. They're not out here ripping and running, selling these narcotics. They don't gotta sell their body. No, they just gotta 1, 2, 3, here goes some money. It's just all about what they're doing and the knowledge that they have. So when it comes to credit, credit is the #1 money game in the world. And a lot of people don't understand that when I say credit is the #1 money game in the world, because credit revolves around money. And you can get millions of dollars just off credit. Lump sums of money at one time. They got these things called loans. They got these things called grants. Loans is funds that is linked to you that you are promising to pay back. Grants is money that is given to you that you don't have to pay back. So for scammers and fraudsters are trying to start to say, like, okay, instead of stealing all these credit cards, instead of trying to cash all these checks, instead of trying to do this, instead of trying to do that, I can walk in the bank and get a lump sum of money. Just like this. So how can I make that happen? Loans, credit cards, and lines of credit revolve around credit. So the first thing they say is, okay, let me learn credit. Let me find the loopholes. Let me understand what's really going on with credit. Then they learn about trust funds. They learn about bankruptcies. They learn about codes that people use to dispute certain accounts. They learn about trade lines. They learn about certain different things. So then they sit back and say, okay, I can open up a business and get millions of dollars. I can get I get more money on the personal side on the business side than I get on the personal side. And it's easier to get way more money on the business side than the personal side. So how can I get this money without it coming back to me? So they say, okay, in the meantime, let me learn credit. So, because I'm gonna have to utilize credit in order to get a loan, credit card, a line of credit. Because we all know when it comes to those things, You get a credit card, you can get cash advances off that credit card. When you get a line of credit, you can take out the money, or a loan, you can take out the money. So they say, okay, let me learn how to get the loans, credit cards, and lines of credit first. So they learn how to structure credit. They learn how to build credit. They learn how to get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, utilizing credit. So then you say, okay, I learned how to do credit. I learned how to build credit. I learned how to establish credit. I learned how to, add trade lines, buy trade lines, create my own trade lines, remove accounts, different things. How can I utilize this information that I got with credit and get these loans, credit cards, and lines of credit without it coming back to me? So then they sit there and say, okay, you got these synthetic identities out here that the government made. And synthetic identities was made for people in the witness protection program. So, when they get out, people won't be looking for them and trying to delete them. They can start a new life. And there's no restriction on people having synthetic identities. Like, there's nothing in the computer that pops up and says, this is a synthetic identity. They cannot get a loan, credit card, a line of credit, open up a bank account, get a job, none of that. No, it doesn't say none of that. It never will say that. So people say, okay, if these people getting out of jail creating synthetic identities or getting synthetic identities, how can I get this same synthetic identity and build the credit on it? So they start to think of ways. So people got to understand, it's parents out here that's been getting bills in their kids' names since the beginning of time. And when that person or that parent is getting a bill, a light bill or a phone bill or whatever bill in that child's name, that's basically creating a new credit profile, which is a synthetic identity. So now that credit profile or that synthetic identity has a credit score. It has a credit profile. So now that they're using that synthetic identity, what they basically do is they use the information and just use the kid's social security number, social security number. So they use all the information, then just use the kid's social security number, then they open up the account. Boom. Now that social security number has a credit score attached to it because you're using it for credit to open up accounts. So that's how a lot of times a lot of kids be having like credit scores and all that already, like when they turn 18 and all that, because their parents open up accounts and got bills in their name, and then sometimes they get these accounts and stop making payments on it, and once the kid turn 18, they file a fraud dispute, and you do the math, like how can this kid get a light bill in his name? He was only 6 years old. So a lot of time, a lot of parents use their kids' social security numbers to create synthetic identities. So once they create these synthetic identities, see, the word CPN is not even the actual word for it. It's synthetic identity. People just, over time, somebody came up with a clever name and made it sound cool, and people ran with it, and it just became viral. Like, nobody heard about a CPN until about 2-3 years ago. Like, it was never called a CPN. Like, people have been using synthetic identities forever. It just, over time, somebody made a clever name, like, you know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people don't even know what CPNs is at the same time. A lot of people, see, this is the problem. A lot of people talk about CPNs and credit profiles, and they don't really know what a credit profile is. Like, I just did a reaction video, and this transformer was using a profile, and she said, and he was like, "Oh, I brought a CPN," and the cop was like, "What is a CPN?" She's like, "It's like a start over credit. It's like a start over credit." Like, what? That just made me mad right there. Because first of all, you a whole dude dressed up like a girl in a wig, and then you don't even know what you're talking about. You sounding stupid, and that's irritating when people be buying stuff, don't even know what it is. And she told on the dude that she got it from. See, y'all, like I told y'all before, y'all be buying these quote unquote pre-built CPNs, not knowing that these not CPNs. These are profiles, aka stolen identities, and all people are doing is getting people's information, credit information, and making fake IDs with their driver's license numbers and all that. So people are going into banks, opening up bank accounts, getting credit cards, getting loans, getting taking out equity loans on people's homes and stuff, just off having their information and having these fake IDs. And then people starting to say, like, okay, you can literally, like, people gotta understand. People that work at the DMV are regular people. Like, everybody's regular people. Like, if you ever went to the DMV or got an ID or anything, you know that when they doing all that, they're not taking no green light or no extra security caution. No, like, what they checking, like, documentation is making sure the information is correct, that the address match or whatever, and then they one quick look and then, okay, here you go, thank you. So people are getting real IDs with synthetic or profiles and there's a lot of people out here making fake IDs. That's horrible. So a lot of time when they go into these banks using these fake IDs, people not knowing that when you take your picture with your driver's license, that picture is connected to that driver's license number, and when they run that driver's license number in the database, that picture is gonna pop up. Like DMV, when they run your driver's license number and your picture pop up and all that, you go to banks and all that, and they scan that barcode in the back and all that. It's the same thing. So if they take your ID and they go scan it, and it's a whole different person that's popping up, they gonna call the police. And a lot of banks are starting to do that. And at some point in time, it's going to be a rule where all banks have to scan IDs, and that person's picture is going to pop up. So it's going to make it even harder for fraudsters and scammers to use fake IDs, because if you scan an ID and that person's information and picture is popping up, and the person that is at the register or the teller's window ain't the same person, then they going to automatically know what's going on. And that's been going on a lot, even without, you know what I'm saying, that being an actual rule or actual law. So people are becoming clever, like, okay, they know, or like I said, people probably got people to work in the DMV. You go to the DMV, make an appointment, you got that person to work in the DMV, and ain't nothing to pass on bogus information to make it look good, and they pass it through, and then they, cause they not scanning, like when they go to the DMV and you get an ID or whatever, or a new driver's license card, they're not scanning the information. They just looking over and verifying it and giving it right back. Like, that's all they're doing. So people make it difficult. Like, well, people don't be trying to do all that extra work. It's not extra work. It's just, and this is for scammers. Like, you can't be a lazy scammer. You can't be lazy at nothing that you're doing, because when you're lazy, nothing ever succeeds with it. So understanding that fraud and credit is becoming hand in hand, because a lot of people not trying to do all the extra work. A lot of people not trying to be in person. A lot of people not trying to be in public at ATMs and using cards at stores and doing all that. They trying to get the big bag. They trying to get in and get out. So credit is starting to become a real life method. Like, a lot of people, that's why you really see a lot of people doing credit right now and learning credit and wanting to learn credit, because it's the #1 way to get the bag. So scammers and fraudsters is definitely making 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a day just off different methods on credit cards, loans, lines of credit, profiles, getting people's information and using their credit profile to get cars, to get loans, to get credit cards, to get all these different things, and it's not coming back on them. And it's like I said, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, especially with these fake IDs out here. All right, so just make sure y'all be more safe, more cautious. Lock y'all credit reports. Start using LifeLock so you can get alerts if anybody try to use y'all information. You know, just because there's a lot going on right now with smishing, phishing, spoofing. A lot of people sending out, getting text messages on the tollway and all different type of hacking going on. And so just be more safe and be more cautious and be more aware of what's going out there with text messages and calls, because there's a high volume of spam calls and scam calls now. So just be more safe and cautious out there. Understand that credit can get you rich, and fraudsters and scammers are starting to realize that, and starting to learn credit and starting to utilize it to get loans, credit cards, lines of credit, open up fake businesses, get business funding, and get the cash. All right, so shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, and subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping this sauce. And y'all motivate me keep y'all entertaining. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime one-on-one unlimited gems. It's $1,000, but for limited time only, I'm doing it for $600. Yes, $600. Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the $600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there. All right? No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Also, make sure y'all tapping in and getting these YouTube faces automation channels created. I know a lot of y'all see these YouTube videos, get millions of views without nobody showing their face, and millions of views equals thousands and thousands of dollars. Oh, wrong channel. Make sure y'all tapping in with the Crypto Tour in-person limited gem 6,500. Make sure y'all tapping in with my credit mentorship 2,500 and up. Trade lines not included. We're gonna get your personal credit and business credit together, help you start getting loans, credit cards, lines of credit, and funding. Make sure y'all tap into my Telegram and Potato app Millionaire Network. You ready to get paid? You ready to become successful? You ready to generate financial freedom and all that good stuff like that? Methods, load ups, all that. Go subscribe to both the Telegram and the Potato app Millionaire Network. Still look for people for the production company. Still look for rappers, singers, models, producers, cameramen, women, gamers, streamers, and content creators. We're going to do a lot of skits, blogs, movies, music videos, traveling, networking, making money, and having fun. Make sure you're tapping into all my YouTube channels, King Hustle X1M, King Hustle Crazy Reactions, Milwaukee Made King Hustle 2.0, No Rags, Just Riches, King Hustle Live on IG and Twitch. Go subscribe to my Twitch right now and my IG King Hustle Live. My YouTube King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways on there. All right, so make sure y'all subscribe to all the YouTube channels for sure. But the Twitch and that channel right there, make sure y'all subscribe because y'all never know when I do a freebie and do some crazy, fun, exciting stuff. All right, so go tap into both of all those channels, but the Twitch for sure. Also, make sure you follow me on IG, my clothing brand on IG, Boost School Department, that's Hustle Department in French. And make sure you follow my IG, King Hustle X1M, for more free methods, more free sauce, more information that's going to turn you into a boss, entertainment, and music. All right, so with that being said, it's your boy, King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson or video. Peace.